Hey, this is Jerry Visca, the publisher of Defyeneurs, and welcome to the Influence Project, one of the most inspiring issues of Defyeneurs MAG that we've ever taken on. And man, are we excited, because today we are live with Tosca Reno, our cover story. She's founder of the Eat Clean movement, New York Times best-selling author, but I got to say, more importantly, she's one of the most real human beings that I've ever experienced. Welcome, Tosca.
Welcome. It's such a pleasure to be here, Jerry.
I will write, educate, teach, reach out, and continue this work as long as I am able. Share with us and share with listeners, Tosca, why and how do influencers shape our world?
Well, a true influencer has the ability to affect character, to change a person's character and behavior, usually for the better. So, I mean, obviously we know that there could be a negative influence too, but what I mean is that it's my belief that if you have God-given talents, which we all do, then in order to use them to the best of your ability, you have this obligation to share with the world and influence or facilitate change by affecting how people behave. Like for me specifically, that will have to do, of course, with what they're eating. Questioning the food supply, questioning their source of nourishment, really sort of looking at it in a different way than ever before, and then making some positive change, because I know, having done it to myself and for myself, that it's possible. It's completely possible.
I love that. I love how you share it affects our character, and, you know, we all have these God-given talents, and I love that. I love how you're igniting that in others as well. There's another quote you share, goes like this: "We live in a time where illness is an industry and wellness is an ideal. This is a dangerous paradigm." Share with us, what is your intention for influencing others, Tosca?
Well, my intention is to change that paradigm, to shift it. I want to use the word be disruptive. I want to use the word annihilate the norms that we have come to live with every day. I want to destroy the idea that we should get used to living with pain and disease. I want to shine the light back on health and wellness that is our optimal birthright for everyone. Make it possible, make it practical, make it feel like it's within reach. And I think because I've lived the experience, having been that clinically obese person, being blood sugar dysregulated, and experiencing some early symptoms of heart disease, and then having changed my life dramatically, the lessons were taught to me there in the work, in the eating, how I nourished myself, how I moved my body, how I take care of my soul. And it's possible for everyone.
I love that. I love that word disruptive that you use, and I love how you believe that this health and wellness is our birthright. I think the work that you're doing and have been doing is just so profound. What a lot of listeners aren't aware of is that, you and I just spent just over an hour and a bit interviewing for this new book that we're publishing called Influence. And I'm really, really honored that your energy is gracing these pages. And, like I said, ever since the top 50 health and wellness tips that we published earlier in August last year, I'm just so inspired by your passion and purpose. So what does it feel like to be sharing this story of influence along with these 10 other women that are inspiring change in the world?
Jerry, honestly, it feels like stepping into the light. There are so many aspects of my story that are unknown. And I set a goal for myself for 2017. I'm going to be a storyteller, and I'm going to tell my story. And in the telling of my story, I hope to be the influence to affect the change for others who are just thinking about it now.
I love how you're stepping into the light, Tosca, and telling your story. You're such an extraordinary storyteller. I want you to share with me, through this amazing work you're doing, this Eat Clean movement and everything around your stepping into your light, what is that energy that you desire to see live on in the world?
Well, if we could close our eyes for a moment and just imagine our loved ones around us, and they're all vibrating with health and happiness, and there's no depression, there's no cancer, there's no heart disease, no stroke, no illness. And in the Creator's intention, born in optimal wellness, all of us really are entitled to this, but we've gotten waylaid. We've lost the way. We don't have the map at our fingertips anymore, and instead we've got a map that someone else wrote that's trying to seduce us into eating dead and dangerous foods. So my vision is to change how we look at food, so that we can change how we nourish ourselves, so that we can change our wellness, so that we can change our lives.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. I love that how you share we've lost the way, and it's just a beautiful vision that you have. Tosca, the final question I have for you, a lot of listeners are very inspired by your work, and a lot of them feel lost and disconnected in this connection age, disconnected to their inner selves that you have really learned how to now tap into. What are some of your top tips to help someone become someone of influence?
I think to become a person of influence, you have to sit quietly with yourself and really understand your passion, understand your voice. What is your voice? What is the thing that you do best? And everybody has a gift, sometimes more. So to know what that truly is, and then to make no apology for it, but to step fully into it. Surround yourself with people who are vibrating at that same energy level, people who can help you and love you and guide you and show you the way. And stand tall. Sure, fall once in a while, but stand tall into it. I think what you're doing, Jerry, with influence and frankly all your publications is you're helping show the way to people who are just sitting in their kitchens, their bedrooms, their couches, their offices, or even in their cars, just beginning to entertain the idea. Or maybe they don't even know the idea is there, and they suddenly heard this and have thought, that's me, I want to do that. So surround yourself with the possibility of possibilities. Surround yourself with the influencers. Surround yourself with the people who have fallen and gotten back up again. And that's where you're going to get that good juice, the good fuel to carry you on your journey, because it won't be easy. Mine hasn't been easy. I've fallen so many times. It's almost ridiculous. But I know that through the falling, I have been building, and where I've been broken and scarred, I have healed, and I'm stronger in those places.
I love it. Well, I'm choosing to surround myself with Tosca Reno and the light of Tosca Reno, and I believe that it's a light that I encourage listeners to definitely grab a hold of. I love this cover story. It's such a beautiful cover story. I call it Getting Real, and it's in a new issue of Defyeneurs The Influence. So on behalf of Defyeneurs and everyday people doing extraordinary things, we want to thank you, Tosca, for contributing your beautiful, amazing Amazonian influence to this issue of Defyeneurs. Thank you so much.
Jerry, I feel like I'm stepping into the light for the first time, really, in this publication, because it is my real and true story, and I thank you so much for giving me a place to share it in safety.